guys, welcome to Actually Adultish,
your favorite podcast ever.
I'm Janina, one of your hosts.
I'm Kaylin, one of your other hosts.
And I'm your other host, Christina. Welcome back. We just want to start off by saying thank you to everybody who has been supporting us so far. We got a lot of really good feedback from our body image podcast last time, and we actually got some interesting responses back.
Yeah, we did. We're excited to respond.
Yeah. And so we're probably going to do a part 2 of that. So if you have anything you want us to address in our next part of that, which I don't know when that will go up, but soon, make sure to send it in. You can email us at actuallyadultish@gmail.com, or you can go to our website, actuallyadultish.com, and go to the submitted topic section. You can also tweet us at actuallyadult. If you like the show, please go on iTunes and subscribe and leave us a rating and a review. It would mean so much to us, and you'd be the best. And also, you should tell all of your friends to listen to this because it's great. Yeah. Okay, so I'm really excited because today we are talking about crazy roommates. And we have our very first guest. And she's someone that is very dear to my heart. My very first roommate, Meghana.
Woo! Hey, Meghana.
Say hi, Meghana.
Hi, guys.
We're super excited to have her here. And yeah, Meghana and I have some really good roommate stories that
juicy.
We're ready to share today. But first, we're going to start off with some questions. So, first question. Kaylin, do you want to do this one?
Sure. Okay, so the question is, hi, girls. Hi. I'm entering college in the fall, and I'm in the process of figuring out my roommate situation. One of my close friends from high school is going to the same school as me, and she wants to room together because she says that rooming with random people can be risky. I'm kind of scared to room with someone random, but I also don't know if I should room with my friend because I do want to meet new people. Do you have any advice?
Oh,
the age-old question.
Yeah, I got some advice.
All right, let's hear it, Christina.
Okay. Well, I think it's a bad idea to room with your friend. That's my instinct. And I know, like, this is always the question, and people always ask me this. But I just think that rooming... Okay. I know people who roomed with their best friends, and then they just never left their rooms all year, and they didn't make any friends, and then it came sophomore year and they didn't have any friends besides their best friend, and then because they were living with their best friend, they got in a fight because living with someone is very different than just being friends and not living with them. You find out different. Yeah, it's totally different. And so what happens if you guys get in a fight and then that like destroys your relationship? Plus, if you want to make friends, if friend making is your goal, you guys are better off splitting up and then being in like different dorms so that you can meet different groups of people and then make friends with each other's friends. And then you have so many friends, and it's just
it's worth the risk of getting a random roommate.
Yeah. Because even if you get a crazy, you will
learn.
Survive.
You learn.
You have stories.
Yeah. Everyone goes through it eventually.
Yeah. Nina, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's inevitable that there's going to be some tension with rooming with your friend for the first time, especially the first year, because you guys are both getting adjusted to college life. And so I think that needs to be the main focus rather than, compromising things about your friendship. So yeah, I think it's, so for freshman year, I had a random assignment, and I'm glad we weren't I didn't room with my friend because we were stressed and we did have a lot of issues, but it was, it definitely would have, compromised our friendship. So I'm really glad that I didn't.
Yeah. I think like a lot of people, it's very enticing because it's comforting to have like someone you're comfortable with and it's like having a piece of home with you still, because it can be scary going to college. But you need to just jump out of your comfort zone, and you never know. Your random roommate might become your BFF. Meghana and I just hit it off, and we're totally random.
Agreed.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys think about, how some people go online, like they have like message boards, and then it's somebody, it's not their friend, but it's somebody that they find online, and then they agree to room.
So they talk to each other.
Yeah.
Like, the summer before, and they get to know each other. I think that's actually pretty smart. I mean, if we did that, maybe we'd have found a third roommate that would have been a little better, you know?
True.
Yeah, I feel like those kind of people are more upfront about what they want. And so maybe when they're in the same room, they'll be more confrontational about things that are bothering them instead of, like having it build up. So I think that's a good option.
Yeah.
Either way, I mean, I think it helps because you can talk about your habits and stuff, but it's still random enough to where it's not going to be like an issue. You're not going to be boxed into the room together all the time. But you're right. I think random roommates, like you could become best friends. You don't know. And I think it's worth taking the risk.
But I don't know if I think that the like pre-screening process is, people can lie, like people can just like people can be like, I can imagine some crazy person knowing they're weird and then going on there being all nervous that their roommate's not going to like them, so then they're like, oh, I'm awesome, I'm really quiet, I just study all the time, blah blah blah, and presenting themselves one way, like
that's possible.
And not being that way. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's like, I think the risk of having a random roommate without knowing anything about them is like worth the excitement your freshman year.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, you're right. They can lie about it. So
yeah. Kaylin, was yours random too?
Freshman year, yeah, I lived in a triple, and both of them were random, and we loved each other. Okay. We lived together. Like, I have not had a better roommate situation, and I've chosen all my roommates after that. But they were amazing. We got along so well, and they do try. The school does try to like match you up with people with the same habits,
based off of like 4 questions. Do you smoke? Do you drink? Are your sleeping hours? What were the sleeping hours? It was like either like
9 to 11, 11 to 1,
yeah,
1 to 3, like 3 to 5.
Ours, but like that was all we needed.
Yeah,
we went to sleep at the same time. We had the same study habits. We didn't like having like noise playing, whatever, and it worked out. Like, fine.
My phone is going off. Sorry.
So you just never know. That's what it kind of boils down to.
Yeah. Well, okay, Meghana, I didn't even have this like as an option because none of my really close friends came to UCLA, but you had a few really close friends at UCLA. Did you guys ever consider rooming together?
Yeah, so actually my best friend and I were starting UCLA in the fall together, and we really considered like, should we live together? But I think we both agreed, we should split up, get to know people. There's no point in going in and just living high school again. You're going to be with the same friend. You spend living in a room with someone, you get to know them a lot better, but like I already knew her so well.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to meet new people, and I think we both agreed to that.
Yeah. So okay, well, I know a friend who this happened to. Like her best friend was like, can we room together? And her problem was, I don't know how to tell her no. And she ended up telling her no, and just telling her no like ruined their friendship. Like the girl was so mad that her friend said she didn't want to room together because she was like, I want to meet new people. I don't think it's a good idea for us to live together. Like,
well, there's your sign.
Yeah. I don't know. How would you say that to your roommate or your friend, not your roommate? How would you say that?
Like, you don't want to live with them? I would probably phrase it like, I want us both to meet new people, and then overall, like, we're like, you're gonna have your friends, and then I'm gonna come hang out with you, and I'm gonna have my friends, and you can, it automatically in college, and it's all about that. It's like your network of friends. You want it to be bigger. You don't want to be hanging out with the same person all the time.
Yeah.
So it's healthier, and I think if you say it that way, then you're not saying, I don't know if you're weird. I don't want to live with, like, I don't want to find out what you like to live with. And you're just saying, I think it's better for us, like, socially and maybe academically even. What if you just hang out all the time? You don't even study. So it's like, it shouldn't be something scary to talk about, I don't think. And if they do react like that, then, rooming with them would have been terrifying.
Yeah, I know. Crazy. Like, attached to you. But yeah, I think that it's just definitely, like she says, random people can be risky. Yes, they can be risky. Trust me, I know. We know. But in most situations, even if you guys aren't best friends, like, you just have to live with this person. Like like you don't have to hang out with them. Like you guys just have to be civil to each other, and you know, you might be friends but you might not. In my personal opinion, I kind of almost think it's better to room with somebody that you're not friends with, kind of, because then you can have your own space.
Exactly,
you know, like
you won't get sick of them.
yeah, you won't get sick of them, and then it's not weird. Like you might not feel pressured to always invite them everywhere, or you know, it's kind of nice to just like have your own space versus like if you have a roommate who's not your best friend but you guys are just friendly and it's fine, you're literally just living with them, then when you come home at the end of the day you kind of do have more of your own space because you can just kind of, versus coming home with your best friend and being around them all the time, you will never be alone, ever.
Absolutely. Like I roomed with one of my good friends from freshman year for sophomore year, and I had friends outside of our actual friend group, like the mutual friends that we had, and I would go out to dinner or lunch with them, not inviting her just because, you know, those are like my friends, but I don't know, I didn't feel like it was personal to not invite her. But I think that was one of the reasons that like messed up our relationship, is because she might have gotten hurt by that, but I didn't think that I needed to invite her. What do you guys think?
Yeah, so like Meghana and we were like really good friends straight off the bat. Like we clicked pre well, you'll find out later when we explain. We text each other over summer because we were freaked out about our crazy third roommate, and from then on we were just like, okay, we're best friends.
Wait, so you guys knew each other before you guys actually moved in together?
We didn't like know each other. Okay, basically what happened was, you know how they give you everybody's emails?
Oh yeah. I felt weird about that.
We got
stalking.
Yeah, so we like did our Facebook stalking, whatever. I couldn't find the third one though. I could only find Meghana. I could only find you, and I couldn't find her on Facebook for some reason.
Ew.
And then we got an email from her that just scared the shit out of both of us, and so I get a text from Meghana.
I freaked out. I didn't know if it was super weird to text Christina because we hadn't talked before.
Yeah, we had never talked to each other, but we both
I don't know
got
this girl,
email.
but I need to vent.
Yeah, and we were both just from the get-go. That was like summer, so we had never met. We were like, oh my god, she's crazy. What are we gonna do? Like, and then when we finally did meet at school, we just like
we hit it off.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
what did the email say?
Oh man.
Oh.
It was like a 16-page long email.
Literally a 16-page long.
It was a novel.
It was ridiculous.
Oh my god.
I am gonna find this email. I'm gonna find this email and read an
really
excerpt.
scared to
just
hear
read an
it.
excerpt, because if she had to read the whole thing, it would take
need to
maybe
find
30
it.
minutes.
Oh no, it was we got her entire life story. And
I think I was just like, I sent an email to both of them and I was like, hi, like my name's Meghana, this is what I'm majoring in.
Yeah, very normal.
Very normal. Like when I go to bed, like, you know, I like to go out when I have time, whatever, you know. And then she sends back every detail about her personality and her life.
She laid it out.
She laid it out. And I mean, it's fine, but like some of the stuff in it was, I mean, Christina will read you some of it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I'm trying to find. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, first of all, she was just being super aggressive because I was just asking like if anybody had a preference about which bed they wanted.
I think that's like the main for a triple. That's like the main thing. No one wants that top bunk, you know, above the bottom bunk.
Yeah.
And we were all just like, well, whoever gets there.
Yeah. And so that's how we kind of handled it. Meghana and I were just both like, oh, we'll just deal with it when we get there. AKA we're getting there first. Sorry. And then she's like, no, we should hash this out now. I'm reading from the email. I just found it. I can't believe. Okay. Wait, I need to find a good part. Oh, okay. Here, I'll just read this paragraph. What do you like to do with your free time? I like to read, possibly outdoors if the weather's fair, swing dance, and sing. Constantly sing. Improv, made up, popular, obscure, you name it. Odds are you will have to tell me to stop singing several times.
Which we did.
Yep, a lot. Singing happens in all moods and situations for me. Favorite weather? Rain. I love the rain. I dance in the rain with others if I can rope them in. What are a few weird facts that you love about yourself? I can jump rope my arms, even though I'm not double jointed. I like eye crinkles and collarbones. I recently discovered Doctor Who. The 10th was unambiguously my favorite. I got the nickname Turtle in 7th grade when my backpack was bigger than I was. I have recently killed 3 spiders and I am very proud of myself. I love the blog Hyperbole and a Half, which is just about a perfect name. If you ask me, I often switch to different accents just because. All sorts too. Wait, where's the part about her
So this
ear?
just got super it was normal and then it just descended into
earlier on she
insanity.
goes she lists off like 20 books she likes and she goes, I'm really not an indecisive person, but asked for a favorite, I hem and haw until the sun burns out. I also like Miyazaki films. My favorite music genre is Christian worship, but I also like music in practically any language not my native one. My favorite color is a dark jewel tone blue. My favorite ear is my left. It's slightly pointed. I like to pretend I'm quarter elf. This is just an excerpt.
This is us never meeting each other.
Kaylin's facial expression.
I want to read that entire thing.
Yeah, no, you need to. You need to. Like, we get background on her entire family. She has a pretty big family. We get all of her siblings' information, their life stories, her life story, her just
Unnecessary.
this email.
She also speaks cat.
Yeah,
She told us she speaks
Did
cat.
she ever speak cat in the?
She did.
in the-
She spoke cat all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it wasn't cat. It was parcel tongue.
Can
It
you
was-
can you give us a little
Are we-
demonstration
okay,
of that?
Okay, every night.
Oh god.
We're calling.
I'm getting
okay,
chills already.
She asked us to call her Tortilla. So we're referring to her as Tortilla in this podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
Tortilla.
So Tortilla every night would go into the bathroom, close the door. We had a bathroom in our room. I know we're fancy, but she would go into the bathroom, close the door, and turn off the lights because you could see if the
At
lights
2 a.m.
Yeah, you could see if the lights are on or off, like under the door. You know, like she'd turn off the lights and she'd start. I can't.
You can do it. You can do
She
it.
I'm gonna get nightmares tonight. I'm gonna
For fucking 5 hours. I swear to God, it was out of control. And Meghana and I would just stare at each other. I wanted to cry.
Oh.
We didn't know what the fuck was going on.
We were trying to go to bed too.
Yeah, it was straight out of Harry Potter. It was ridiculous. It was for a long time and really scary and
So was this the first time that you guys experienced something out of the ordinary? Like that was the first night you guys moved in?
I don't even remember what the first thing she did. That was weird. Well, we just we come into this knowing, okay, you're weird.
Yeah.
And then I
think we brought some friends over. So we instantly bonded. We brought some friends over to the room and they met her and she just started purring at them.
Oh
She was,
my God.
meowing
She did
at
it in
them.
front of everyone
And
else.
that was when we instantly knew
we were like, oh my God.
we
And it
can't
wasn't
bring
just
friends
us.
over here, you know?
Our entire building knew who she was and was just no one liked her. And it was the singing and the switching
She would
accents.
yodel down the hallway.
Yeah, she would sing constantly and she would switch up an accent every other sentence and she talks to herself 24/7. Which, okay, if you know me, I do not do well with people who talk to themselves. I like silence. I like quiet. I can't handle that. And I wanted to shoot myself in the head
every night.
Yeah. And I was also at the time, okay, I went to college and I had chronic mono FML. And so I was lying in bed all the time and she never left the room. So it was her and I basically, Meghana would leave every chair.
Meghana's
she
like,
got,
bye.
bye. But I was slowly dying in bed with this girl and she's just sitting there. She was nocturnal too. And she was just talking to herself in different languages and different accents and singing and reading her fan fiction. She read Harry Potter fan fiction 24/7, erotica. Okay.
Oh.
Erotica.
Yeah.
It's 50 Shades type of material.
Yeah, Harry Potter version. Yeah. So that was
Ew. I can't.
yeah.
Did you guys read 50 Shades?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Megan is
What do you think of it? I never read it.
Oh, really? I read it. It was kind of painful, to be honest.
I didn't
The
like
writing-
it.
But the writing was
writing's not
awful.
bad. I mean, no, the writing was bad.
Yeah.
The writing was
yeah.
bad.
I was like,
the writing
what book did you read?
the writing was bad.
Did you guys
Yeah.
watch the movie as well?
Yeah.
which was painful.
Valentine's
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah.
With your boyfriend?
We did.
Yes.
We went watching
So like,
together.
do you think that the movie definitely was better than
the
the?
entire time?
I know. Oh my god. Wait. What?
Do you think the movie was better than the book?
If you went like expecting a comedy, it was a good movie. It was good if it was the funny parts. But if it was like this is a romance, then it was a joke.
I just don't think. I'm sorry. I don't think he's hot. I don't think he's hot
I
at
don't
all.
think
He's really cute.
And his accent was just
Yeah,
like,
it was
that's
weird.
not what I was expecting,
Yeah.
you know?
I heard they're making another one, a sequel.
I'm sure.
I won't be there. Sorry, guys. Well, that's one premiere I won't be at. Okay, back on track though. Wait. Let's hit up our second question maybe before we get into these stories that I want to share. Nina, do you want to read this one?
Oh, sure. So this next question is from Michaela S. She says, "Hi, ladies. My roommate and I both have an understanding that our boyfriends can sleep in the room when they visit us. Everything was fine until last weekend when he visited and I woke up in the middle of the night and could hear them having sex. I didn't know what to do and I was horrified that she was having sex with her boyfriend 5 feet away from me. I don't think she knows I was awake because she never said anything about it and neither did I. Now I feel uncomfortable whenever he's around and I don't know what to do. If I tell her that her boyfriend can't stay in our room, I'm worried she won't let my boyfriend stay here when he comes to visit. What should I do?" Wow, this is like my worst nightmare ever.
Meghana's eyes during that question they got so big. No, yeah, and I feel like this is like such a common thing.
This happens all the time.
Yeah.
But
It's
but
sad.
should we accept it as the norm?
No,
No, I think this is fucking bullshit.
absolutely not.
it's
It's
very
not that hard to
disrespectful.
communicate with the room and be like, hey, I'm getting laid tonight.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
need to work out a time when you can be out of the
Yeah.
room. It's not that
It's
hard
just
to do.
so
Like,
disrespectful.
You don't see them as like a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I can't. I would lose my.
Like,
I
there's
would
no
wake
coup.
up and like be like, "Hi, do you
Yeah.
want me to join in?
I
Because
was
I can hear you."
I was just gonna say that Michaela's nice. She pretended like nothing was happening, and
Yeah.
I would have like gotten up and be like, "Hey guys, what's up?" Like,
you're leaving me out, guys.
yeah, include me.
oh my
Gosh, that is just so
No, I
gross.
think
Ew.
that- okay, if you're that girl who is having sex with her boyfriend next to your friend is nice enough. Okay, there are a lot of annoying people who wouldn't let your boyfriend even stay with
Right,
you.
right,
Okay, so it's
So
nice
many.
that your friend doesn't give a shit if he's there or not, which is its own. I mean, that's kind of a separate thing. I think it's bullshit when people are like, don't let their friend's boyfriend
We were talking about this
stay.
yesterday.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I don't get what the big deal is. Well, it's a big deal
If this is
if they
happening.
do shit like this. But it's like if you both respect each other, then this shouldn't go down. Like what you respect each other enough to say it's fine if he stays here, and then you don't do shitty things like have sex with your boyfriend right next to her when she's sleeping.
And it's about communication
Yeah.
too. Like we get it. We're not stupid. Like we weren't born yesterday. You're
Yeah.
having sex with your boyfriend at some point. Like just talk.
Yeah,
Tell your
just be
roommate.
like, I need the room.
Can I
Like,
have the room? When does it work for you?
Yeah.
And she'll be like, hey, I'm going to be gone. Here's your hour.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Done.
Totally. And Michaela, if you think like you're gonna embarrass her, like, but you're feeling uncomfortable, I think that you should confront her because you don't want to like be in the room the rest of the time and you're, feeling uncomfortable. You need to speak up.
Yeah, it's like both of you guys are living in the room. Like you need to feel comfortable.
And if you're afraid because you're afraid she's going to say, well, fine, then your boyfriend can't stay here anymore. Just approach it like calmly and be like, I totally don't mind like leaving the room for you guys. It's like not a big deal. Like we can communicate, whatever. Like you shouldn't have to lose your boyfriend privileges just because she's inconsiderate and has sex 2 feet away from you.
I don't think I would go straight to like, I know you guys had sex next to me and it made me uncomfortable. He's not allowed to come back. I would be like, this happened. It made me uncomfortable. Like, I would really appreciate it if that didn't happen in the future. And if that ever happened again, then that's when you're like, okay, that's not cool. He
Just
can't
don't
stay here
like
then.
go in like shots
Don't
fired.
be aggressive.
Yeah, just
Don't
be calm.
aggressive. Yeah.
And just like let her know you like it made you uncomfortable. It didn't make you like angry.
Yeah.
You were just I'd really rather this didn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, it would make me angry.
Yeah.
But if you
know
come
what I
off
mean?
like that, then yeah, bye boyfriend.
Yeah.
No more boyfriend time.
Yeah.
That is just so disrespectful. I'm sorry that happened to you, Michaela.
Yeah, I feel
That's like my
that's
worst
just-
nightmare.
I just feel like
Gosh,
that's
ew.
so degrading. Like, I would just be so pissed, and it shocks me how many people think that's okay.
It's more common than like you would think.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the weird thing to me is whenever I talk to boys about this, boys roommates, I've never heard of anyone caring. They're like, yeah, he was having sex with his girlfriend. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I can't wrap my mind around that. First of all, the girl would be doing it too. And just
Yeah.
like, they're like, oh yeah, no, it
Why
just
do you,
happens.
Okay, why do you want to have sex with your friend 2 feet away
know, that
when
just-
they could possibly wake up? Like,
That
why
is not
do you
arousing
want to?
at all.
That's like a lot. Like, I feel like I'd be so stressed out about like,
I
oh my
know.
god, is she gonna
I'd
wake
be
up and hear me?
scared.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be enjoying it because I'd just be so nervous.
Like, hurry
that
up,
she's gonna
finish.
wake up. Yeah,
I can't.
yeah, and you have to like you're both trying to be quiet, and it's just like.
It's not enjoyable.
Why would we even do it?
Like, go down to your car. Like, get
Yeah,
out of there. Like,
seriously.
get out of there. Like, I just don't even get the appeal to begin with. But no, and not even this. It shocks me how many friends I have who will tell me stories. Like, they'll just be sitting in the same room as another couple. Like, there'll be 2 couples in a room and they're all watching a movie, and then they like hear their friends behind them like having sex. You do know what I
Like
mean?
in the same room?
Yeah, like while they're awake, all while hanging out. Like,
just
and they're
can't.
like,
You're not
under
that
the
sly,
covers.
yeah.
Like, are you like? Do you think? Who?
Like, do your animal instincts really take over your couth? You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Like, I just don't even.
That is just so disgusting.
Would make me feel so disrespected.
yeah.
So disrespected and just like grossed out and mortified, and like I kind of honestly would question my friendship with that like because I'm
No, yeah.
back to being picky
No,
about
yeah.
friends. We were talking about this last time, like what kind of person does that? Like,
No, I'm with you there. Like, I'm already like, whenever I want my boyfriend to stay the night, I'm already super like all about like, is the roommate comfortable? Is my roommate cool with it? Like,
yeah,
I
this
would
was
never
just happening last
do
night.
yeah, I would never do anything to make them feel remote. Like, if he isn't allowed to stay, then he isn't allowed to
Yeah.
stay. I'm not gonna be a bitch about it.
Yeah.
But like, I would never. I can't even like imagine like making
know.
it. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I can't do anything.
She's
Like, I
already
couldn't-
extending that kindness to let her boyfriend stay over. And then you're
Yeah.
taking advantage, basically. And I
Yeah.
think that's
and it's
messed up.
dumb because
Even-
she'd probably be cool enough to just like leave the room if you told her you
Right.
wanted her to.
Yeah.
That's the scenario I would want instead of
Yeah.
hearing that and being grossed out.
Oh, yeah.
And being
Way-
woken up by that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No, tell
Yeah.
me. Just tell me.
Yeah,
I
because
get it.
exactly.
I'll leave. I don't
I know.
care.
I feel like I don't even know anybody who. Why would like I don't know. I wouldn't have a problem leaving. I'd be like, oh fine. When do you want it? I'll
Yeah, I'd be
bounce.
like, okay, I'm free here. Like, do you want
Yeah.
to leave now? Like, okay. I don't.
yeah. So
Oh, we're sorry that
I
happened to
know.
you.
I feel really bad. Was there anything else in there? I mean, yeah. I get that you would be scared that she would not.
Retaliate.
But that's just so bitchy. I feel like she's gonna be so embarrassed and mortified that she wouldn't just hop to.
Yeah, and as long as you're approaching it calmly too, I think the conversation won't
Yeah.
go south that quickly. Like,
Yeah.
like she's gonna be embarrassed
She's not
too.
in a position to be saying things like she's the one who fucked up. She's not in the position to be like your boyfriend can't stay here. Like what?
And
did my
it's not
boyfriend
like
do?
you're going into it saying that too. It's
Yeah,
not like you're saying,
yeah.
okay, that he can't come over anymore. You're saying
Exactly.
in the future he can still come, but can we like have this instead?
Yeah,
It's a two-way street.
Yeah, so just get a little mad, and then let off your steam, and then approach her calmly.
Yes,
And tell
exactly.
her how you're feeling. Tell her that made you uncomfortable, and you would appreciate she not do that again.
Yes, and then you're fine.
Yes.
Good to go.
Good luck with that one. And everybody who's annoying and does that, stop
Stop it.
doing it. Stop it. You suck. We don't like
There
you.
are people in hell like you.
Oh no, we're like joking, but not really. Okay. So
Story time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do either of you guys have stories you wanna? Any fun roommate stories?
Well, judging from what the little excerpt you gave us, I don't think mine's as crazy. Mine was just more of like normal things that roommates deal with, like, not they're afraid to confront you about things. And so these things build up. Like, I'm the type of person that I'm just upfront about things. Like, if something's bothering me, I'll say it, but it's nothing personal. It's just about, being able to live with each other. I think that's what happened with my past roommate, the friend that I was talking to you about, who I roomed with. And I think that she was just so afraid of bringing things up that all of a sudden she was like mad for no reason. You know what I mean? And she never told me. And even if I brought it up and asked, she never told me. And so if you're not going to say anything, that's not really your other roommate's fault, because we're not mind readers.
I think it's worse to be passive aggressive.
Yeah, I think it's
absolutely.
way worse.
Passive
bring it up,
aggressiveness.
Yeah.
deal with it.
Absolutely.
Especially, okay, my advice for people just coming into college or just like having their first roommate, they make you do those little roommate agreements. When you start off with your roommate, go into college knowing what kind of roommate you want to be and what you want out of a roommate and what kind of rules you want, and just be upfront about it straight up, like from the beginning. Say, this is what I need, this is what I want, this is how it is, and your other roommates will like respect you for it. Like, just don't be afraid in those little roommate contracts. Don't be afraid to say exactly what you want. Like, don't just go with the flow. Like, if one girl says, oh, I'm okay with, like, I don't know what's something with the lights being on all night, and you're not okay with that, like if you want lights out by whatever time, bring it up, say it. Like, that's not the time to be nice, just because I feel like that. I know a lot of people that happen to, because they make you do those contracts when you basically just first met these people.
Right, exactly.
And so you want to like be on their good side, because you're gonna live together, and so people don't want to ruffle each other's feathers or anything, but don't care about it. Like, just say what you want. Just say what you want. Say what rules you want.
You'll regret it when you can't
Yeah.
fall
Yeah.
asleep at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh my
before a
gosh.
test.
And
yeah, totally.
and establish rules. Like, even if you're somebody who's totally go with the flow and whatever, just you need to have some rules, like some cleaning rules.
Yeah.
Like, what was ours? Like, I don't know.
Just do your part.
Yeah.
I think
Like, have like some kind of trash system. I know for us the trash was a big deal.
Definitely.
Nobody like, because she wouldn't take it out.
Oh yeah, she never did.
Yeah, she never took it out.
In our roommate contract, he asked about our RA asked about trash, and we were like, oh, like whenever we see it, we'll just do it. That's like what a lot of people say, but then
That doesn't really work.
it doesn't work at all. So it needs to be like, 1 week this person takes it out, 1 week this person takes it out. But another thing that I would suggest besides communicating openly is your reaction to your roommate when they communicate to you. That's very important, because you don't want to react like you're mad, because she's openly, like, she has the guts now to tell you what she's feeling and what's bothering her. You need to respond accordingly.
Yeah, definitely.
It all comes down to communication every time. Like, if you hold that, if you are mad at your roommate because they don't take out the trash, and you pent that up and don't say anything, and then all of a sudden you explode and you have this huge blowout fight over something that could have been as simple as you saying, hey, I took out the trash like twice in a row, do you mind like going back on the schedule or whatever?
Yeah.
That's it. And and then on the other side, if you're the person who is slacking off, all you have to do is say, oh wow, like, I'm totally sorry, I didn't realize it. Yeah, I'll do it next time.
Well, I know, like, you had a problem with like alarms and stuff.
Yep. Huge problem with alarms.
So did you ever resolve that? What happened with that? Like, maybe you should just explain.
Oh, well, okay. So I roomed with a roommate who was a very, very deep sleeper. I'm an extremely light sleeper. Like, I have to sleep with earplugs in.
Yeah.
Even if it's not even like particularly loud, I still have to sleep with earplugs in. I need the lights, like, not all of them off, but I can't have like the overhead lights on and be able to fall asleep. And her alarm in the morning would start going off at like 6 a.m. and it'd be a loud alarm, and it would go off, and she would sleep through it, and it would continue to go off every 5 minutes until she decided to get up, which usually wouldn't be until like 10:30. So for 4.5 hours, when I'm most likely trying to sleep, her alarm's going off, and I can't fall back asleep. I can't sleep through it. And it was this huge ordeal, because I usually wouldn't go to sleep until like midnight or 1, and waking up at 6 every morning when I didn't even have class to go to was like, why am I up right now? I can't function. So, and it depends on your roommate, because some roommates are nice about it. And like, I know one of my friends has a system, like, they have a really deep sleeping roommate, and whenever their alarm goes off and they're not waking up, they call their phone that turns it off.
Oh, that's smart.
But you have to be on that comfort level with them to be able to do that. You know, you can't.
I just throw a pillow at my roommate right now.
Yeah.
He's a super deep sleeper, and so I'm just like, wake up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll have a roommate who's like, wake me up. Like, if I set my alarm, I want to wake up at that time, and like, it's my bad, I can't wake up. But
well, that's the other thing. If you do something that's annoying and you know it, just tell your roommate straight off the bat. Like, I always do that. Everybody I room with, I'm like, these are the things I do that are annoying. Sorry, like, just so you know what you're getting into, and like, just be honest with yourself about, like, and you need to know if you do something annoying, and then kind of work with your roommate around that. Like, Like I don't know.
Christina spends 3 hours in the bathroom in the morning getting
I'm
ready.
actually really fast now, though. You would be surprised.
Freshman year.
I can't imagine that because she is fast now.
I'm so fast now.
Really?
Yeah, freshman year I was
Freshman
but
and
that was
sophomore
something
year.
I knew. Yeah, freshman sophomore year, but that's
Yeah, no,
something
she warned us,
I
though,
knew about
so.
myself. So I was like, I am high maintenance in the bathroom. Like I need my bathroom time. Like it takes me forever to do my makeup, whatever. And like so the compromise there was like I would just always wake up earlier.
Yeah.
Like I would ask them when they were gonna wake up, and I would wake up before them earlier enough so I could get in, get out, and it wouldn't affect them, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know that's annoying about me, and
That's a good
they
roommate
shouldn't have
right
to
there.
suffer
No,
because I'm
definitely.
annoying. Like, you know? So just be straight up about it. And even like even with Kaylin, like when we were deciding, because Kaylin's gonna become my roommate in a few months.
Yay.
Woohoo, party. Like, you know, I sat her down and I was like, okay, here are all the things that I do that are annoying. Are any of these a problem? Like, and she's like, and I told her, and then she's like, no, that's fine.
Okay, yeah. On the receiving end, you also have to be honest if it is a problem because
You gotta
Yeah.
like I like my first 2 years, I was like waking up at 5 a.m. going to the gym, and I told my roommates that, you know, and second year it became like a problem, and I told you like she didn't like confrontation,
Yeah.
and so she didn't tell me that it was bothering her, and then finally it like exploded where she was like it bothers me. It's like, then you know you should have told me before than
Yeah.
having this all built up. But my first year roommate, the random one, she was great because I did wake up at 5 a.m. But then for my birthday, she got me a vibrating alarm clock.
Oh my god.
And it went under the pillow. And so I was like, okay, you know, she's putting in effort. And that's the kind of roommate
Yeah.
that you should be, is like trying to work around, because you can't change the way people are. You can't change their lifestyle. You can't tell them what time to wake up, what time to go to sleep. You can't be like that. You just kind of, we have to work around each other. And those are the sacrifices you guys have to
Yeah.
make as roommates.
Living with people is always a compromise.
It is, absolutely.
And if you approach your roommate nicely and you're like trying to reach some kind of solution to a problem, and that your roommate is just not being nice and not responding, don't be afraid to go to your RA.
No,
Like-
and that's the great thing about living in the dorms.
Yeah.
Because at that point, if you didn't choose your roommate, then it's hard. If you're like, I'm willing to compromise, meet me halfway, and they're like, no, this is what I'm doing. You have to deal with
Yeah.
it. Because I had that situation. I went to the RA.
Yeah.
And that's the only way it gets fixed.
Yeah. And then don't go to the RA before you've like
Talk to
your
them.
roommate.
Yeah, don't like observe their little
yeah,
things and be like,
let's-
oh, I hate that. It drives me
Yeah.
crazy. And then go to the
Let's
RA.
not like tattletale. We're not in the third
You need
grade.
to, approach them first and see what happens.
Yeah, and then if they're being ridiculous, then you're like, okay, bye, I'm going to the RA. Like,
it's what you do.
yeah.
Yeah, the dorms are kind of like potty training before you get into the apartments.
Very true.
Because like it kind of teaches you all the things, the way that you need to deal with it openly and discuss it. And I think that you should definitely take what you learn from the dorms into the apartments, because you're not going to have an RA.
yeah.
All you're going to have is yourselves and Jesus.
Yeah. Hopefully by
Literally.
that time you found good living partners.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get into what
The
I'm really-
crazy
what I'm really
stories.
excited about is talking about tortilla more. So, yeah. So,
This is all you guys. We're just going to sit back and
Okay.
relax.
I want to just tell my favorite story of all time about the night
good
I
one.
thought I was gonna die. Can you like understand from what we said so far that she was just kind of off the wall? Like,
just-
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
she talked to
definitely.
herself. It was just a lot of strange
Yes.
things.
what else?
accumulated.
What other like little things? I mean, yeah, she was nocturnal. She slept with that scary ass stuffed animal every night. Like,
She had some scary posters above her bed.
What-
okay,
what was
she
it?
okay. Yeah, no, she wrote these poems. The thing is, she's like a very smart girl.
Yeah.
She's a great writer, like a fantastic writer.
Well, yeah, UCLA.
Yeah. Like,
She was very naturally, I'm sure, very naturally intelligent, but she came from a very strict background, I think, and that, like, right, that restricted her. So we just had a lot of weird vibes.
it was just
you
kind
know?
of some weird things. Like, you know, there was that one time where she was in the bathroom for 5 hours and Meghana needed to like brush her teeth so she could go to bed and wake up for her midterm. And
she was shaving her legs in the sink.
For
Oh my
5
God.
hours?
Yeah, 'cause she
For
like,
literally 5 hours.
She only shaved her legs like once every couple months. You
no,
know?
she told us twice a year.
Okay,
That's what she told us.
Yeah.
She told us she shaved twice a year, and so it took her a long time to do it when that happened twice a year. And
Wow.
then there was the time when
It's like cutting down a forest.
okay, yeah. Okay, Meghana slept on the bottom. No. Yeah, you were on the bottom bunk. Okay, let's explain the sleeping. I was on the top bunk with nobody below me. I had my desk below me.
That's the best one.
Yeah, I got the best one. Meghana was on
it for you.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, girl. Meghana was on the bottom bunk and Tina was on the bunk on top of her bunk. So
Sorry, Meghana.
That's okay.
yeah, but Meghana like woke up and Tina would be do you remember that? Tina would be standing over you watching you sleep.
We gotta tell the whole story.
Was she sleepwalking?
The whole story.
Okay.
It was one night.
You tell the whole story.
I can't tell. You were the one in the room.
No. I'm not talking about that night. I'm talking about like when she would just do this randomly. Or were you not even aware of this?
No, I was aware of this. But it was that night that it was I
okay.
can't do this anymore.
No, yeah, okay. There was a night where all shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to give some examples just to paint a picture, or I would wake up and hear like whimpering, and it'd be like.
Can we get a little excerpt of that too? You're really good at this.
I don't even want to fucking do it. It was like I just wake up and it would be like 6 a.m. right, and I'm just kind of groggy, and I'd hear like.
Like sex noises?
Yeah, but like
Okay.
not really, but like
really, yeah.
whimpers more like,
Yeah,
Like
really
a
And I'd sit up and I see her in the fucking corner naked, rocking back and forth.
Your eyes almost popped out, Kaylin.
This is like these things became so
They were just like
normalized
normal.
to us.
Yeah, they were
that
normal.
I remember
she would like get ready for class. Like she would be changing, getting ready for class, and then she would just pause and like sit on the ground, like
yeah,
without her
like
clothes,
lay,
and
yeah,
we're just like-
and I would just be
Without
like,
her, like she was just naked.
God, it
and
was
so,
a
like,
hot
did
mess.
you say anything like, can you get clothes on? This is like making me
No,
uncomfortable.
literally
It was
at this
like normal.
point-
we didn't talk to her. Like it was
yeah,
it got to
like
a point
okay,
where we
like
didn't
that
speak.
morning I was talking about. Oh my god, sorry. I just got a text from my boss.
popular.
Your hair looks good, girl. Like that morning that I'm talking about, like I woke up and I like see her and I just was like, oh my god, and I just lay back to bed and go back to sleep because
Oh
like
my
what am I gonna
God.
say? Like that's just where she is, and she just wanted attention. She just wanted attention. It was like dealing with a child, honestly, but like a scary one. But yeah, or the time when she comes out of the bathroom after 3 hours and has a clock drawn on her face.
Oh my god!
Like,
I
sorry,
forgot
what?
about that.
She had it was very
Like a grandfather clock?
yeah.
She drew
It was
a-
intricate.
yeah,
It was
wow.
intricate. Like
There's so many stories.
Was
I
she a good
can't.
artist at least?
No,
Why did she have a clock?
she just did
just
stuff.
I don't even know.
Just can't
It was
explain
just okay. But let's just get into the meat, the stuff.
the
Wait,
night.
that wasn't the meat.
No,
this is the
we're
night.
about to get into the
Oh,
night. We're
gosh.
like basically all these
I
little
haven't heard this story yet. I really want to know the story.
You're about to hear it. Basically, all these things have been happening, all these little weird things she was doing, and it was just like building up. And then this was the night where after this, I was just crying. We went to the head of Office of Residential Life. I was like,
Like, get us out of
get me
here."
out of here. I'm in therapy because of this bitch.
Oh my
Like
God.
I need to leave. Like, and they didn't let us leave. Just
They
saying
didn't.
that. Fuck that.
UCLA.
Yeah. But anyways, okay. So it's a dark, stormy night. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm in the room with Tortilla, and Meghana is down in the lounge studying because you had Did you have a midterm the next
I had
day?
a midterm the next
Yeah,
day.
you had a midterm the next day, and I'm asleep. Okay, it's probably like 2:30 in the morning, and it's pitch black in the room. Our fridge just made a really scary noise and Meghana freaked the hell out. Okay. That was perfect. Okay. It's like 2:30 in the morning and I wake up and I hear like pounding and I didn't really and I'm tired because I had gone up, I don't know, I was sleeping. Okay. And I'm hearing pounding. I don't really know what's going on and I can't see anything because it's pitch black in the room. And we lived right next to an apartment.
Yeah.
Our room was right next to the apartment. There's like an apartment on every floor, right?
Yeah.
And ours was right next. So sometimes they're like really loud, and so sometimes
Yeah.
when I hear weird noises, I think it's them. And so at first I thought it was just the apartment, and then I realized it was coming from inside our room. Like there's like pounding. It was like somebody like I don't know if you can hear that on the mic, but like that's not what it sounded like. It was on the floor, like on carpet. Okay, like banging, and I didn't really know what was going on. so then I get my phone and I turn on my light and I sit up and I see her in the middle of the room. Like, in the middle of the room, she's hunched over. How do I explain like this position?
Oh gosh.
How
Fetal?
How do
fetal
I
kind
like
of?
like
But like kneeling.
yeah, kneeling forward, and she's banging on the floor.
She's rocking.
Yeah, rocking,
gosh.
like doing some kind of. I felt like I was watching like an exorcism or something going on.
Oh my
and she's
gosh.
and she's laughing like an evil psychopath. Like
Okay.
she's like
No. Oh,
like I was like, and I was like, what the fuck? And I like didn't know what to do. And I look, and I'm like, at this point, you know, I just woken up. I'm trying to survey the situation, figure out what the hell is going on. I don't. And
Pitch black.
Yeah, it's pitch black. I'm in there alone. I don't know. And I look, and I see her desk is right there, and she has a big ass like machete on her desk, like a knife, like a big
Her
knife.
apple knife.
Her apple knife was excessively large. It was like
excessively
it was
large.
huge. And so I start just freaking out, and I don't know what the hell to do. And like I lean back down, and then I kind of am just trying to, I'm just thinking, okay, what do I do? What do I do? And then I sit back up and I like shine my light more directly on her, and she's still this whole time banging on the floor.
rocking.
It's like rhythmic. It's rhythmic. She's banging on the floor, rocking, laughing like a psycho. And then she, oh my God, she turns and looks up at me and gives me the most evil smile I've ever seen and stares at me straight in the face. And I was like, oh my God, she's going to kill me.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like freaking out. And then she turns and she continues. And all I could think in my head was, she's gonna grab that knife. She's gonna come stab me. Like I'm gonna die. Like
All I could think of is, where is my crucifix right now? Were you awake, Meghana?
I was
She was
studying.
downstairs
I was
studying.
downstairs studying
Yeah.
in our
Oh,
lounge.
poor Christina.
yeah. And so then I
I get a text.
So I text
Yeah.
Meghana. No, this is what happened. I freak out and I start crying. I'm in my bed. I lay back down so she can't see me, and I'm sobbing, like I'm crying, and I'm trying not to make noise because I couldn't get down from my bunk. Like if I got to the ladder, that's where she was. Like she was in between me and the door. Like I couldn't get out. And so I'm texting Meghana and I'm like, get back in the room. Where the hell are you? Tortilla's being crazy. I need help. I'm gonna die. I'm crying. She has a knife, and I'm not getting any
I get these texts and I like,
replies.
sprint upstairs.
Well, no, but you didn't get these texts for like
No, I
30
came, like,
minutes.
no, because you were like,
No,
come
no.
upstairs in all caps, and that's when I like sprinted up.
But
you
I-
were, like texting me before.
I
that.
had texted you for a long time and you didn't see them because when you came up, you're like, oh my God, I didn't see your text because I was studying.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like waiting for Meghana to get there, and I was so nervous that she was gonna kill me before Meghana came, and like it was horrible. And so Meghana, and then finally I hear like running, pounding, and I'm thinking, oh my God, they're coming to save me, thank God. And Meghana like opens the door, like, and I was just so, I've never been happier to see you in my life. I was just so happy. Like I thought I was gonna just die in there alone. And okay, when you came in, where was she?
She was in the middle of the floor rocking, and I was like, what is going on? So I turned on the lights, and I was like, this is not normal. She looks at me, gets up. She doesn't even acknowledge the fact that she's sitting on the middle of the like floor in the pitch black rocking. She gets up and goes into the bathroom, doesn't turn on the light in the bathroom, locks the door, and starts rocking in there. And I'm like, okay, I'm not leaving you alone in here, Christina.
Yeah.
Like, I'll stay in here. So I like
So
grab
at
my
this-
stuff, and I'm in the room.
Yeah. So at this point, this whole night, Meghana and I are just texting each other constantly.
couldn't sleep.
We couldn't, and we like couldn't talk to each other because she was like there. So we just texted each other. And I'm like, you cannot leave. She's like, don't worry, I'm not leaving. Like, I'm not leaving you here alone. And we were like,
We were legitimately planning like, how do we get out of this?
yeah.
Like,
And we were like, I was like, we were both like, well, we need to sleep. We can take shifts. And then
We
we're
did
like,
plan-
no, I don't want to take shifts though, because then what if somebody's asleep while the other one needs you? Like we couldn't figure out what to do.
What to do? Yeah.
And, okay, so then she comes out of the bathroom after a good amount of time, per usual. She brought a scarf in there with her. She wrapped her face completely, she completely wrapped her face with the scarf. So all you can see are her eyeballs. Okay? Like ninja. Okay? And
And she comes out and she turns off the light, and we're like, what?
Was there ever a point when you guys questioned her at all? Like, what are you doing? Like, at all?
We're getting there.
Okay.
We're just at this situation. I'm just still trying to understand what the fuck is going on. Okay. Then she stands and like faces the wall away from us, so her back's to us.
Yeah.
And she starts moving her arms in like, it's like she's conducting music. Does that make sense? You know, like
a
the arm
Yeah.
swishes that like conductors do, like for symphonies. She's doing this in front of the wall, and she's doing this for a solid 5 minutes. And then at this point, we start saying her name, and we're like saying her name, and she's not replying. And we're like, "Are you okay? Tortilla, tortilla." We're not actually saying tortilla. We're saying her name.
Yes.
And she doesn't say anything. And
Yeah.
like then
We're calling and she's not responding.
She's not responding. And then finally, after an awkward amount of time, she turns around and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was just in another world." And then she walks
Exactly what she
over.
said.
Okay, is this girl on drugs?
Yeah,
like
that's
that
what
is
we
my
legitimately
first
thought,
thing.
yeah.
Like,
She was no.
She
That's what
tripping?
you would think, but she doesn't because she was so straight edge. Like absolutely not. Like
Yeah.
we had to.
man.
Us trying to drink in that room was a hot ass
In the
mess.
bathroom.
If she found out, she would have
Legit.
turned us. Yeah, it was scary. But no, and then so she goes, "Oh, I was just in another world." And then she walks over to Meghana's bed. Meghana's sitting on her bed, her
Like-
bottom bed.
Yeah.
And she gets like really close to you.
Very close.
Way too close.
Very close.
And she just stares at her, like makes straight up eye contact and does not.
how did you not freak out?
And I'm just watching this from above, like, and Meghana does not know what the fuck to do because she's staring at her straight in the eye. So it's like, I mean, yeah. What do you do in that situation? Like, do you keep making eye contact? Do you turn?
You run, you leave. Yeah, you're
She
out.
was straight up like 2 inches from Meghana's face.
And
I
was like,
swear.
"Can I help you?"
Yeah, like, and she wasn't moving and she wasn't saying anything.
And she wasn't responding. And I was just like, what do you need?
Yeah.
You guys are so brave. I would have been out. As soon as I saw her,
The next day, we called the RA.
I know. No, but this night isn't over. This night isn't over. And then and then after like 5 minutes of staring at Meghana and like breathing into her eyeballs, she goes over to her desk and opens a Word document and starts writing a letter. Okay. And she's on like size like 158 font, so we can all see that she's writing a letter. And so Meghana and I are texting each other like, what the hell's going on? Like she still has this knife,
It's like 5
and
a.m.
I'm like trying to figure out how I can get this knife away from her, and we just don't know what the hell to do, and Meghana needs to sleep, and it's just a big mess. And finally, and I was trying to read it, but I was too far away. I couldn't read it, and neither could
Yeah.
you. And then Meghana, we were like, okay, we need to try and get her to like go to sleep. So the lights are off, right? And she's writing this letter, and Meghana's like, "Tortilla, I have." I can't fucking say that and not laugh.
I asked her to turn her computer off.
Yeah,
I was like,
you're like that. Your computer light's shining right in my face, and I have a midterm tomorrow. Can you go? You said, can you go to the lounge if you need to work? And she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry." So she climbs up to her top bed so that her light's shining in my face.
sorry about it.
I was like, "Oh my god!" And yeah, so then she's up there and she's still writing her letter and she's doing this for who knows. And at this point, it was like, what time was it? Like 5:30.
in the morning.
Yeah, it was like
Oh,
5:30 in the
gosh.
morning. And then after doing that for a while, she gets down and we're not sleeping. I like cannot sleep, and I don't think you could either.
Yeah,
I was
no.
just like, I was too afraid to go to bed. I was like, I'm not sleeping tonight. Like I'm scared she's gonna, while I'm asleep, go grab her knife and kill me. Like I was
Yeah.
afraid, and I was still like kind of crying. Like
Yeah.
And finally, after I don't know what she was doing, writing her letter to herself, she climbs down and then she goes in the shower. And she goes in the bathroom, closes the door, and it's pitch black in the room and it's pitch black in the bathroom. We can see from under. So she's in there with the lights off. She starts talking parcel tongue.
Okay, we don't want to scare away our listeners.
She's straight up. She's doing her parcel tongue, and I'm just like, I can't even believe this. And then we hear the shower go on. but the shower doesn't like go on. It's like water is dribbling. Like she turns it on just barely, so the water is just dripping out. And then like just turn on the fucking shower, right? It's just ridiculous. And so she goes in there and it's still pitch black, and then you can hear like the shower door close.
Who
so
showers in the dark?
Yeah, who's showering in the dark first of all? Who's trying to shower off of a droplet of water? And then we hear all this noise because she's dropping everything. Yeah. Like you can hear everything because you can't see anything.
It's
obviously.
dark.
It's dark.
Turn the lights on.
And she was in there. How long do you think she was in there?
Probably like 2 hours.
Yeah, like a good 2 hours. Like, and then she finally came out, and at this point, I don't even know.
What a waste of water.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous. And then finally she gets in bed. It's a big ordeal for her to get in bed. It's all this huffing and puffing, whatever. And then she grabs her big stuffed animal. I don't even know. It was like 7:45 at this point, and I was like, gotta get up for class in like half an hour.
Oh my God.
I don't even know. Did you ever fall asleep that night?
No, we couldn't sleep. We were because there was a straight up knife on her desk.
Yeah.
That
Just staring
sounds
at
like
me all night.
sounds like something out of American Horror Story.
I felt like I was in a horror movie. Like I will never forget like waking up, looking down at her, seeing her pounding, thinking there's an exorcism going on, and her looking up at me, smiling, doing her manic crazy girl laugh. Like it was out of a scary movie. Like so yeah, the next day I was like, I cannot live here. And we were going to RA. We went to the people in charge of living.
They took her knife away.
Yeah, they took her knife
One
away.
good
Thank
thing.
God.
Oh, that helps a
Yeah.
little. Yeah.
Thank God. But they wouldn't let us move out.
Yeah, let us
Basically,
move out.
What'd you do? I wouldn't be able to go back to the room, like, ever, to sleep.
We just
We had no
we
choice.
had no choice. Yeah.
We just ignored her for
Yeah.
I mean most of the year.
It was honestly awful. But like moral of the story, if we can survive tortilla, you can survive.
Literally anything.
Yeah.
Survive anything.
You can make it out alive. Like I'm just
Yeah.
like so impressed that we made it out
Honestly,
alive.
we did the whole year.
Yeah. And like my mom was afraid of her. Like
She sounds possessed, like
Yeah.
legitimately
Yeah.
possessed.
it was rough. And
But this isn't meant to be like don't live with random people because like
yeah, sorry
college
guys.
is all like
No, the worst kind of problems you're gonna get are like the sexile stories,
Yeah.
and that they won't take out the trash, which sounds so menial compared to
Yeah.
this. Like, oh, I'm bitching about them not taking out the trash,
Yeah.
and like you're fearing for your
No.
life.
This is so atypical, but that's why it's just so. It's such a great
risk, but-
story.
Yeah.
it's so many great stories, and I think I'll like sometimes just randomly think
Yeah.
of. So the next year, Meghana and I roomed together again because we were just besties and never wanted to leave each other.
Tortilla bonded us.
Yeah, we bonded over our dislike for her.
stories.
Yeah, our fear of her. And we stalked. We found her new room.
We found a new roommate.
How did
Oh,
we even?
God.
Because we wanted to find her new roommates and
And
warn
warn them.
them.
We were trying to be good
we
people.
wanted to be like nice, but we ended
Came
up.
off really creepy.
But we never let them. Like we found her room. I don't even remember how we found her room, because other
followed her.
we had friends. No, we had friends who were like, oh, she lives. We had friends who said that she lived on their
Oh
floor.
yeah.
'Cause she was like infamous. It wasn't like just us knew her
Yeah,
and just
everyone knew
us
her.
thought she was a little scary. People. I remember being in a class with my friend, like a random psych class, and he was like bitching to me about this crazy girl in his class. Like,
I remember.
and I was just like, oh, that's so funny. And I was like, that sounds like something my roommate would do. And he was like, oh yeah, her name is blah blah. And I was like, that's my roommate. Like she was just like known.
She was known, yeah.
Like, but anyways, so we found her bedroom, her new room, and we knocked on the door to try and meet her roommates.
They never came out, huh?
But yeah, no one ever answered.
Oh, that's scary. They never came
bad.
out. No,
And then
you
we
guys
were-
were being good Samaritans because
We
you know in horror
were.
movies they never show like the people who lived there before, like, hey guys, don't move in, it's haunted. You know what I mean?
You're right. Well, no, but we were really conflicted. We were like, should we do this or are we really creepy? We were
Okay.
kind of creepy, but we had good intentions. We had good
But it
intentions.
came off a little creepy.
Yeah. It would have been really awkward if she was in that room though and like opened the door. And we were like,
Probably would've
hey.
been. She was always in the room.
Yeah, she never left. But
Yeah, but see,
Wow.
now we have some good stories.
that got my heart pounding.
Yeah.
Just telling that story, I feel really
I got chills.
like I'm going a million miles a minute.
Let us know if you
Memory
guys
lane,
got
though.
scared too.
Oh my
Sorry if
gosh.
you guys have nightmares tonight.
I know. Sorry about that one. I feel like, yeah, that was just like the cherry on top of
If you
everything.
can beat that crazy roommate story,
Yeah.
then
If you can
have to
beat
let
that
us know.
crazy roommate story, you need to send in your story.
Yeah.
We should have some kind of competition. We need to have
beat
some kind of
Tortilla.
competition. Yeah, if you can beat Tortilla, you are the champion of roommates. But yeah, not all roommates are like that. Sorry if that like scared you, but most people do not have that situation. And yeah, I'm just glad that it wasn't just me in there. I'm really
Yeah.
glad I had Meghana. That's the other
that's
thing.
like the benefit of having a triple. I
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like a lot of people, there's a whole double, triple like situation. Triples can be useful. You have better chances of liking one of them.
Yeah.
But were you guys in triples?
My first year I was in a double, and then my second year I was in a triple.
Wait, your second year you were in a triple?
My second year I was in a triple because, and that's kind of like reverse.
That's interesting,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, because some people will do like triple first and then double. But I was rooming, like I said, I roomed with one of my good friends that I met freshman year, and I didn't want the tension. Like if there was any tension, I wanted
Yeah.
like someone to be like the middle ground, and so we had a third one.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I know anybody else who went from a double to a triple.
Yeah.
But
I don't like
Yeah.
dorm life. Goodbye. I'm over it.
Goodbye.
Been there, done that.
yeah, sorry, I hated dorm life.
Apartments are so much better.
I know, but yeah,
But it's
okay.
part of the experience,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. Dorms teach you a lot of valuable lessons. So,
Yeah.
and you meet a lot of people. So
Yeah.
take advantage of it and have fun.
Absolutely.
And don't be afraid of your roommates. Okay, so I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Hopefully, you enjoyed our psycho roommate stories. And let us know if you have any fun stories. We really want to hear them. If you have any other questions about anything, any topics you want us to talk about on our next episode, email us at actuallyadultish@gmail.com or go to actuallyadultish.com and go to submit a topic page. You can tweet us at actuallyadult. If you like this episode, subscribe and leave us a review and a rating on iTunes. We're also now on Stitcher. If you use Stitcher,
Woo!
if you have Android, I think that's more like Android friendly. Yeah, and tell all your friends to start listening to podcasts in general because podcasts are awesome. We love them. And just thank you again, Meghana, for joining us today. Our
So much
first
fun.
guest.
It was fun.
So excited to have
So
you.
honored.
Great. Yeah, so I think that's about it. We'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.